We are delighted to be joined by Cardiff Devils Captain Joey Martin. Joey, welcome to IceTime.TV Unplugged.
Hi, Gareth. Thanks for having me.
No problem at all, sir. And we hope that you're keeping safe and well over there in Canada at the moment. We were just speaking a little bit off camera. You appear to have left us the weather, which is very kind of you.
I know. I never thought I'd want to come back to the UK for the weather. I've been watching from afar, very jealous because we've had some rare weather here. It's been cold, and a few weeks ago it snowed, but I think we finally have the sunshine and the summer weather now, so that's good.
Straight into business, Joey. And this week, in a few days' time, we'll see the Champions League make the draw for the first round. First of all, I'd like to get your thoughts on the change of format this year, going from the group stage to a straight knockout. How are your feelings on that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I prefer the original, the 4-team round robin. It's kind of nice to be able to go to other places and travel and see their arenas and see their cities. That was always pretty special. So it's unfortunate that now, we'll only play against one side in the knockout round, but, I still really enjoy the CHL. It's such a great experience. I love being able to kind of, compete against these other top leagues. I think we try to take a lot of pride in showing our level in our league. So it's something I always look forward to for sure.
Do you think that maybe in a sort of weird way, you guys are going to have a slight advantage in this competition? As you know, the UK has a few knockout rounds that are only two legs. The Challenge Cup follows that format. The playoffs very much follow that format. Do you feel like you kind of already have that mentality that might get you the jump in these next round?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I think that means we're going to face a pretty good team in that knockout round, first of all. So, it's going to be tough. But I think in Champions League, any opponent you face is going to be a tough opponent. So, I think it's a home and away game, correct, for the
Yes, right.
knockout.
Yeah.
So I think if we take advantage of our home games, which have always been we've done pretty well in the CHL, and then if we can see what happens on the road, I think we definitely have a pretty good shot. And I think that's our mentality every year, no matter if it's just a knockout round or a round robin. I think we always go in there not expecting to lose. I think we want to win. And I think we're just going to try to carry that same mentality.
Personal choice, would you rather have one of the highest seeds to go up against, or would you rather take a team that maybe is a bit more closely matched to the Elite League in terms of skill to give you that maybe extra edge to go that one step further in the competition?
Um, I would probably pick maybe a team closer to our competitiveness, only because then, maybe we get more opportunity to keep playing these CHL games because, like I said, I just enjoy them so much. And, being fortunate to just, be done in 2 games. I'd like that to continue.
To kind of dovetail this along with the league campaign getting cut short, is there we talked a little bit to Joey, your dad, about this on the Behind the Bench podcast as well. Is there a little bit of a chip on you guys' shoulder going into this year, in the sense of the one thing in the CHL that we've yet to do is go to that next round? And also, you guys were unfortunately had the opportunity to win the league, taken away due to the world events. So the Devils are usually at their best when there's a little chip on their shoulder, and I get the sense that there is quite a big chip on you and the guy's shoulders going into this season.
I think definitely, as far as the Champions League, that's always kind of the main focus at first. And, every year I feel like we become closer and closer. So, we're determined and motivated to try to move on there. And then, of course, with the season, I think we definitely have a chip on our shoulder. I think this is just going to provide more motivation. The way it ended last year and pretty much finishing the season and then just abruptly ending was just a strange feeling. And then to not award a league winner kind of didn't sit right. I understand it, but it just didn't sit right. And all we can do now is kind of use that for next year as motivation and just kind of learn from, past experiences. And I think we have a lot of fuel, that's for sure.
Speaking about learning, Joey, what did you learn last year on your first season with the C on your jersey?
Yeah, I mean, that was an absolute honor. I've said it before, it's an honor just to play for this club. So to be nominated as the captain was something, I don't take for granted. And I'm lucky I got to learn from the previous captains like Jake Morissette and Marshy. So those are great guys to look up to. But I've said this a few times. We have a very veteran team with a lot of experience, and we've won some championships. So my job wasn't that hard. We had a lot of leaders in that room, and a lot of them lead by example, but also, a lot of them just know what to say in between periods, whether we're up a few goals or we're down a few goals. We just have that confidence and that calmness that's provided by everybody. So, my job, in that sense wasn't too difficult, but obviously it's something that I'm always working at. I always want to be the best leader I can be. And I think first and foremost, it's just my preparation and my work ethic. That's something that I always focus on. And then after that, I just try to lead by example on the ice. And, it's something I'm going to continue to try to do better and better.
You mentioned the veteran group that the Devils had. One player, unfortunately, won't be back in the mix of that veteran group is Sean Bentivoglio. He's someone who you played with on the same line for a number of seasons. When Bentivoglio came in to this team a few seasons ago, just how important a cog was he in getting you guys over the line to win that first league title and first playoff championship?
Yeah, I mean, it was huge. When him and even Lane Almer, they came from Italy, and they won a bunch of championships over there. And they definitely just helped us get over that hump to win those titles. I mean, not only on the ice, they're both great competitors, great players. They contributed so much, on the ice, but in the locker room as well. I mean, just two confident, experienced players coming in. They just provided that, just basically that confidence, like I mentioned, and it just kind of ran throughout our team. And I think that those two were really crucial in winning that championship. And then that's something that we'll try to carry on for the younger guys coming into Cardiff, and hopefully, that's how we can continue on with this winning culture.
Yeah, it'll be good if we can get Benty back over next year for a bit of an appreciation night, because he didn't get to say goodbye, and I'm sure all the Devils fans would like to give him his send off. Another guy who you seemed to strike up a bit of chemistry with towards the end of last year, Joey, was Evan Mosey. I know you touched on how impressed you were with his attitude getting over injury, but were you surprised at how much of a kind of click you and Mosey seemed to have when you were put together towards the end of last year?
Yeah, I thought that was really fun playing with Mosey. He's obviously a very fast player. I think he's got a great shot. So a lot of the times I was just trying to find him the puck. He's got a good head for the game. He's a smart player, and yeah, we happened to just kind of work out well. We had some good chemistry, and it didn't really surprise me that much.
Finally, Joey, just have you got a message for all the Devils fans about what they can look forward to when we're finally allowed back on the ice come October time for the 2021 season?
Yeah, well, I hope all the Devils fans and everybody else is keeping safe during these times, and you just got to stay positive. But I think you're going to find a very motivated team when the season starts. I think we have a lot of fuel, and I think we're going to have, like you said, a big chip on our shoulders. And just like every other year, we want to compete for every championship, but maybe a little more motivation this year.
Awesome. Joey, thank you very much for joining us here on Unplugged, and we hope to see you soon.
Thanks, Gareth. Hopefully, we see you guys soon.